coffee. Hey, my name is Amy and welcome to my channel. Summer is sadly gone and with it comes colder and shorter days. Today's video is about an important topic, which is safety for runners. I'm going to share my top tips to help keep you not only visible, but safe on your run. Feel free to check me out on Instagram at amy.spurr-Caveney where I post more running and music related things. As well, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button to my YouTube channel. So let's get right into it. Running is such a great activity and comes with a huge number of health benefits, but as soon as you leave your door, you have to deal with the weather, if it's light or dark outside, or other people, whether they're driving a car, cyclists, or just walking outside. You can be very aware, but not everyone else is. So this brings me to my top tip, which is visibility. The best way to be seen in dark conditions is to wear a light or multiple lights. You can become your own Christmas tree if you really like, whatever will keep you the most safe. There's lots of different kinds of lights for running and that I personally use or I know that friends use. Wearing a light is becoming necessary because it's staying dark later out in the morning and it's getting darker earlier in the evening, which is unfortunate because those are both prime running times. It is so important to wear lights so you are visible to cyclists and cars especially. There's several areas and ways you can wear lights on your body. You can clip lights to the back of your shirt or on the front, or both if you'd like. I really like how small and portable these lights are. You can stick them in a pocket until it becomes dark outside, and I barely notice them when I run. You can have the armband, which I personally use all the time. These are very bright, and I like how you can change the way they flash or even the colors. So fun. The headlamp. Not the most stylish of things, but very handy if you want to see the ground in front of you. You can kind of turn it on. I think it's on. No. Why? Aha! Okay. So you can get different lighting. There's definitely stronger headlamps you can get, but I still think it will do a very good job of lighting the ground in front of you. Especially if you're in a rural area, this will really help. I know some people wear them on the MGT, but especially if you're going trail running or in a rural area and there's not much lights around, it's a really good thing to have. It's important to position the headlamp not directly in front of your feet, but a little forwards in front of you. This way you can see what's coming ahead and kind of prepare yourself if there's a hole or just anything in general. They're doing construction upstairs for the past month, it seems like, so I'm so sorry for the noise today. Reflective bands are good to wear too. While they don't produce their own light, they still pick up on light around you if it's a car going by, or a street lamp, or just any other light in general. I still think it's really important to wear lights even if you are wearing reflective bands, because as I just said, reflective bands only reflect light, and if there's no light around you, then no one's gonna see you. A lot of my friends have this cool vest which kind of like lights up their whole torso, and you can see a picture here, and it's really good for cycling, walking, or running too. I personally don't own one, but a lot of my friends do, and they seem to like it, and it does a really good job of making them visible. So I probably will get one eventually. I think the torso and upper body is the best place to put lights on because that's the most visible spot when you're running. As your upper body is kind of in line with the headlights of a car, and for me, the torso just seems like the most logical place to put lights on your body, but that's just me. Another option is wearing bright clothing or clothing with reflective kind of detailing on it. This shirt is just so bright. I got it for my very first half marathon race in 2017. I'm gonna say I don't wear it very often, maybe underneath my sweater, but as I'm just a little too embarrassed to wear it, but you will be seen in this shirt. A lot of athletic clothes is coming out with these reflective materials or designs on them, which is really cool. Especially when it's dark outside, it's important to wear not all black clothing. This is really hard for me because as it just seems like all my clothes that I own are black. Oh dear. Going back to lights, another cool thing is that you can get rechargeable lights. And this way you don't have to keep buying new lights, which is a little more environmentally friendly. I love coffee so much. My next tip tip is to let a friend, family member, loved one know when you're leaving and when you get back. It's a good idea to let them know a few things. First, you should let them know how long approximately you'll be gone for. Secondly, the general area, or if you really want, you can give them a specific route that you're going on. I love using Map My Run, and I'll have a link in the description below, and you can create the route and save it and share it with others. I do this a lot, especially when I want to map out a specific distance, but it's also really good to let someone know where exactly you will be. And thirdly, just to let them know when you get back. Another good idea, especially if you're running alone, is to carry your phone with you. I know it's kind of bulky and annoying to wear, and a lot of short pockets don't fit phones anymore, but it's really important to have on your run, especially if something happens. You can get some really cool belts that will fit phones and other accessories in them that you can wear, and it's not too bad once you get used to it. But again, if something happens on your run, you're able to call, or like me, if you get lost sometimes, you can use your phone to check where you are. You can ask my family, getting lost is kind of my thing. I know some Garmin watches, there are other brands of watches, though mine doesn't have this feature that can detect if an impact has happened. I think you might still need your phone with you to have it send out kind of an alarm, but still a really cool feature. I know it's kind of annoying, but we kind of have to be aware, especially early in the morning or late at night if we're running alone, to avoid certain areas. It shouldn't be this way, but sometimes we just have to be a little careful about where we run. I don't own one myself, but you can also get whistles that you can blow for safety. Nathan has also come up with this new kind of safety thing for runners where you clip it onto yourself and rip this cord, and it sets an alarm and lights when it's been activated. So that's kind of cool to see that companies are now kind of taking into consideration and making products for safety for runners. A recent purchase of mine is the Road ID. I'd seen photos of it online and never really looked into it until recently, but I love it. The whole process of ordering was just super easy, and I just love all the different kind of customizable colors and just the plaque itself. There's lots of different models of the Road ID that you can get. There's one that you can actually put on the strap of your Garmin, though I read in the kind of reviews that if you have a smaller wrist, it's harder and you might not actually be able to tighten your watch as much. And for me, that's not good. There's also one that you can put on your shoe, but I thought it'd be a little too annoying or cumbersome to kind of switch it between the different shoes that I run in. So I decided to get the wristband, and I'm really glad I did. I was gonna get a plain black one as that's my go-to, but I decided to get this really fun color. And there's so many different options as well. The way it works is that you can choose the size that you get and what you put on this actual plaque here. I decided to put my full name on it, my country, because I just thought that was kind of cool, especially if I was running in the States or another country, as well as 2 emergency contacts. Again, you can put anything you want really on it, but I decided that this was the information that I wanted on mine. It came in this really cool packaging and also a note from the guy who did the engraving on my Road ID. So I thought that was kind of fun. They also gave me a $10 coupon, and also when I got it, it came with 3 different sizes of the band. So you get to choose kind of what fit your wrist the best. I definitely went with the smallest as I have very thin wrists, but I like that I have different options for the sizes. It's pretty easy to put on. I barely notice it when I run. Also, I'm really glad that I got the bright color as it's a little more visible than a black one would be, even though, as I'm wearing, apparently I love black. As a musician, that's all we wear, so it kind of just seeps into everything. At first I felt a little silly getting it, but it gives me a peace of mind, and I know my husband's, to know that I have this kind of contact information and my name on it just in case something happened, as you never know. And it's just fun to have a bracelet on too. And my last tip is to be careful when listening to music. I spoke a little about this in my 10 unwritten rules for running video, but I wanted to re-emphasize how important it is to be aware of your surroundings and be able to hear it. Listening to music, a podcast, or even an audiobook can be a really fun thing to do on your run. They can provide a source of entertainment, inspiration, and encouragement, as well as pass the time, especially if you're on a super long run and you're by yourself. And I'm definitely not telling you not to listen to things, but just to be aware of your volume level so you can hear what's going on around you, whether there's traffic, people walking, or just any cyclists dinging at you or anything. And if you're running alone, to hear if anybody's close by to you. I do this if I'm walking alone as well at night. Some people advise to wear only one headphone in your ear when you run. You can do this or just reduce the volume level. It's really important not to wear those headphones that kind of suck over your ear and block out all the sound around you, as that's super dangerous not just for yourself, but other people too. We just have to be aware of our surroundings and be able to hear it, and that will help keep us safe. While running is not only fun but a great form of exercise, it does come with a few safety risks. I can't stress enough the importance of wearing lights when it's dark outside. Being visible is so important in regards to our safety. If cars or cyclists can't see you, they won't be looking for you, especially when they're turning a corner or crossing the road. We have to be aware of our surroundings not only for our own safety, but for the safety of other people. I hope the tips in this video were helpful and will just help keep you safe on your run. Whether it's wearing lights, or telling people when you're going for your run, or where you're going, or just carrying your phone on you, or just not listening to music so loudly. If you have any safety tips, please share them in the comment section below. I not only want you to have fun on your run, but be safe too. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. As well, click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.